Hi there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet some really cute shamrocks, and it's super easy and quick. And here are some of my prototypes, just trying to work out exactly what I wanted for the pattern. And this is the one I think worked out the best, and I'm going to show you how to make it. And I want to let you know you can start traditionally or you can use a magic loop for this, but I will be showing you a traditional method just because I'll be teaching this to my children's knitting class and crochet class, and I think the traditional method is easiest. So begin by making a slip knot and putting it on your crochet hook. You could use anywhere between an H and an I. I think anywhere between a G and an I think hook will work fine. And then you want to chain 6 stitches. I'm using worsted weight Red Heart Super Saver because this green was nice and vivid and bright, and just what I wanted for this St. Patrick's Day craft. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. Ooh, there we go. And then you want to join the chain. So what you're going to do is put your hook in that first stitch. Okay, and you're going to just pull a loop through both of those loops on your stitch. There we go. So now we have this little ring. And then all of our stitches are going to be going into that hole in the center of our ring. So if you were doing the magic loop method, you would have this loop on your finger right now. You wouldn't have to do that chain 6. All right, so make sure you have your working yarn ready to go, and we're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to double crochet. And a double crochet is when you wrap it around your hook, you go in the stitch, you pull up a loop. So now you have 3 loops on your hook. You wrap it around, you pull that loop through your first 2 loops. You've got 2 left on your needle because you have the one fresh new loop and we have the one that was there before. Then you wrap it one more time and you pull that loop through the remaining 2 loops, and then you end up with just 1 on your hook, just like that. You want to make another one. So again, double crochet is we wrap around, we go in the hole, we pull up a loop, we wrap it again, we pull through the first 2, and I always think double means 2. We pull through 2, then we pull through 2, and that's how I remember. And then we pull through the last 2. And then we're going to chain 2. And you're probably wondering why we don't chain 3 like we did at the start. Just because it looks better this way. I tried it and it looks a lot better if I do it this way. And then we're going to slip stitch into the middle. So a slip stitch is kind of like your chain stitch. No wrapping. Just put your hook through the middle and pull up that loop, and then just pull it right through. No wrapping at all, okay? There we go. And this is, you have to excuse me, I'm a little slower because I usually have my face a little closer to my work, and I'm kind of sitting back so that I can see the monitor and you don't see my head in the way. All right, so we're going to do the exact same thing over again. We're going to make that petal 2 more times. I'm going to go a little quicker this time, so if you need to, go ahead and pause the video. So chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Double crochet. We're going to do 2 of them. Here's our first one. And we're going to do 1 more. Wrap it into the hole, pull up a loop, pull through 2, and pull through 2. I like doing double crochet, it works up really fast. Now we're going to chain 2 because it looks better that way. And then we're just going to slip stitch into the center again. And the slip stitch has no wrapping. It's just a join with no height. All right, we're going to make 1 more petal, and when we're done, we pull this up. It's going to get nice and neat and tidy looking. So what we're going to do is we're going to chain 3, just like we did before. And the cool thing about this is that you can make more petals, and voila, you have a flower. So, you know, experiment by repeating a series of crochet stitches in a loop like this. You can make any flower you want, any type of thing like that. It's really, really fun to do and fun to try. You can use embroidery floss and make little card embellishments. You can use crochet cotton and then make cute little flowers that you can dye to match whatever project you're working on. Or you can just make it out of scrap yarn. It's a perfect leftover yarn project because you don't use very much. All right, now we're chaining our last 2. And you know, if you do get confused, go back to the beginning of the video where I did that first petal, and it'll all make sense again. And we're slip stitching into the center. Now, something I want to mention, and you know, when you're doing a magic loop method, you just kind of automatically do it, is that I was carrying this my yarn tail along with me the whole time. So now both ends are down here together at the bottom. And that's handy because we're going to do our stem, and I'm actually going to hold both ends together to crochet our stem so we don't end up with raggedy ends to weave in. So first you want to just pull on those two ends to close up your circle in the middle. So you get that nice tight little shamrock middle. And then we're going to hold both strands together, and we're going to chain however many you want for however long of stem you want. Let's see, probably like 5 or 6. Remember, this is going to be a little thicker because we've got both strands going here, but that's all right. And a cool thing to do with this is to just take a little safety pin on the back, and then you have a cute little pin. I remember my mother used to always crochet seasonal pins for us when I was growing up, and I'm pretty sure there's a shamrock on St. Patrick's Day on all my friends' shirts. All right, so this last little bit here, I'm just going to pull this through that last stitch and then just pull it snug. Here we go. This must be my awkward part of the video. There's always one. There's always one spot where I can't get things to cooperate. And this will be, oh, that's all right. You know what? We can just pull it back one and pull it through that way. All right, so that's going to be pretty secure. If you're worried, you could tie the two ends together a couple of times just to make sure there's not going to be any raveling. And then just snip off your ends. And generally you'd weave things in, but with a little pin like this, it's not going to get the wear and tear like a sweater or mittens or a hat's going to get. So I'd say just go right ahead and snip it. And especially with a beginner project for kids, it's just ideal. And then I like to actually block out my petals a little bit, kind of just smoosh them around a little bit till they look just the way that I want. And there you have a cute little shamrock. I want to thank you so much for watching today, and if you like this, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And until next time, happy crafting!